Week 3 brings us here at Crosby High School, an inter-city rivalry brewing as strong as ever, particularly between these two clubs, Waterbury Career Academy Spartans and the Crosby Bulldogs. Hi everybody, my name is Chris Broussards. This is a DET Sports Media production, and this is not just any inter-city rivalry matchup. This is a rematch of last year, of which Crosby came out the victor after a triple overtime win, of which the now graduated seniors Miguel Rivera and Jeremiah Kendall combined for 70-plus points and 35 rebounds to go along with Rivera's 15 assists in that game. But you look at what Kendall brought to that game, the force and being able to stop guys like Watson and other tall players, McCoy and Jessa Doctor. But now Crosby does not have Jeremiah Kendall or Rivera. Who's going to step up? Marquise Days, Yvonne Craig, Kerwin Prince. That's the biggest challenge tonight for the Crosby Bulldog team. Crosby comes into this game at 1-2, while Waterbury Career Academy comes in at a 3-0 record. You look at what Crosby's last matchup was here at the Crosby Gymnasium in Waterbury. They lost to East Hartford. Very sloppy game on both sides, but Crosby's one biggest fault was that they were not able to capitalize when Hartford was out of numbers. And what I mean by that is Crosby was up 3-2, 3-1 sometimes, and they would either be a turnover or an untimely possession. That's what cost them that game. Waterbury Career Academy, as I stated before, comes in at 3-0. They defeated Seymour effortlessly. And I think the biggest thing you got to look for is, what is this Career Academy going to do now in an inter-city rivalry game against Crosby? As I stated before, without Jeremiah Kendall and Rivera, who's going to be able to guard Yvonne Craig and Kerwin Prince? That's the challenge tonight. Who's going to step up for this Crosby team? And for a career between Battle, Watson, and Torres. Those are the bad boys, the big three. Crosby's got to find an answer. Now you're currently hearing the PA right now saying that you parked in the circle of Crosby High School, you will be getting towed. So if you are anybody who parked in the circle of this game, hopefully your car didn't get towed.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Crosby Palace.
So now you're hearing the announcer start welcoming everybody here at the Crosby Palace here in Waterbury, Connecticut.
First, your Crosby Bulldogs. On behalf of the Crosby Athletic.
And now you're hearing the announcer also too for the Crosby Bulldogs saying what the rules are here at the gymnasium to do and not to do. Now before this game gets started, I just want to wish everybody a happy 2018. 2017 is now in the past. This is a new year, new time, and I can guarantee you this much, it's going to be some exciting seasons here for Waterbury High School basketball. And let's pause for the national anthem.
As
Lineups tip-off right here at the Crosby Palace here in Waterbury, Connecticut. This is a DET Sports Media production. My name is Christopher Saunders, and this is going to be one heck of a matchup between two Waterbury schools, and not just any Waterbury schools, inner-city rivalry matchup. And particularly for these two clubs alone, you have to look at, as I stated before, what happened last year. Triple overtime. I anticipate nothing but the best from these two schools. And first we're going to announce the Waterbury Career Academy starting lineup, as it's always the visiting team that gets announced first at the away gymnasium. Junior guard, Langston Racine. Number 3.
Number 13, senior forward, Chad McCoy.
Number 13, center, Chad McCoy.
Number 21, junior guard, Matt Torres.
Number 21, Matt Torres.
Number 22, junior forward, co-captain, Marquand Watson.
And number 22, Marquand Watson.
And number 1, senior guard.
And number 1, senior guard, Jaden Battle.
Waterbury Career is coached by Ronan O'Leary, assistant.
Waterbury Career Academy is coached by Ronan O'Leary. Been now with the Waterbury Career Academy basketball team now for 3 seasons. Second season in the NVL for career. And now your starting lineup for the Crosby Bulldogs Gymnasium, or for the Crosby Bulldogs. Coached by Nick Augelli, looking for his 700th win, currently at 660 right now. His quote's Republican American after he won number 600. Now it's on to 700.
And now for your Crosby Bulldogs, introducing first, number 0, junior forward.
Number 0, Kerwin Prince, forward junior.
Number 1,
Number 1, sophomore point guard, Justin Davis.
Number 12, junior guard, Tyler Spears.
Number 12, junior guard, Tyler Spears.
Number 32, junior center.
Number 32, junior center, Marquise Days, taking over for Jeremiah Kendall. And number 35, senior forward, Yvonne Craig. If you're noticing, without the two players, Jeremiah Kendall and Miguel Rivera, both have graduated, and the players to take over for those two powerhouse type of players right there is Justin Davis and Marquise Days. In the JV game that happened prior, Waterbury Career Academy won in a 4-point win. It was a close game up to 2 points for the last 7.5 minutes of the game. But Career Academy, the JVs, were able to come out victorious. And I'm sure Ronan O'Leary wants nothing but another victory to improve to a 4-0 record, while Crosby is trying to be able to come back and even at a 500 record, now 1-2. If you're just tuning in on DET Sports Media, Channel 16, for Waterbury Career Academy, Watson, McCoy, Battle, Racine, Torres. And for Crosby, Spears, Days, Davis, Prince, and Craig. In the center is Marquise Days and McCoy. And McCoy does a preemptive jump a tad early. They're going to reset and do it again and let tip-off begin. And Waterbury Career Academy has it. Tip-off at 7:24. Battle now has it at the top. And Career's coming off shooting early, quickly. Missed shot by Watson. That's going to be Spears who rebounds the ball. Davis has it, flicks it over to Yvonne Craig on the right. He's going to drive in quick, give it over to Spears at the 3. And that's going to be called for a traveling violation. And Crosby had over 9 of those against East Hartford, and it canceled a lot of their opportunities to be able to score quickly. Crosby with a costly turnover early in this game. It's only 7:39 to begin the first. Battle over to Racine. Racine on the left, guarded by Spears. Playing more of man-to-man, Crosby is against his Career Academy team. And then Watson under center, and with a nice little tip over to the basket for the first 2 points of the game for Career. That's Davis, who took over for Rivera, who recently graduated, averaged 15 and 9 assists. Davis with the 3-point shot missed, rebounded, attempted by McCoy, was off the hands, then ends up being in Watson's hands. Torres from the 3. Rebounded, though, by Career Academy. Battle now has it, resets. Davis and Spears playing zone. McCoy's going to go in, blocked for a second by Prince. Second chance opportunity, and it's going to be in. 4-0, Career Academy over Crosby. Crosby with the white jerseys in blue and dark blue pants, or striped on the pants, white shorts. Crosby's in, or Career Academy's in the black with gold numbers and stripes along the pants.
Career foul number 22, Marquand Watson. That's his
Marquand Watson with his first, team's first. 6:35 early here at the Crosby Palace. 4-0 Career Academy leads. Watson and McCoy both with 2 points to begin this game for Career. Prince inbounding the ball. You see Watson, Yvonne Craig, Racine, Davis, and Spears all on the line. As soon as Prince gets the ball, they're going to dissipate and move out of the way to try to be able to get open. Prince trying to find somebody. And a costly turnover finds Torres. Waterbury Career Academy has numbers. Torres is going to go coast to coast. He's going to miss it. Rebounded by Yvonne Craig. Going to give it over to Davis. Prince was asking for it. Davis didn't pick up his head. Finds Prince underneath the basket. He's going to be fouled. That's going to be on McCoy, his first, team second. And that's going to send Prince to the free throw line for 2.
Prince to the line. 2 shots.
Kerwin Prince from the free throw line is a 75% free throw shooter as he makes his first. As you can hear the Career Academy cheerleaders hoping that Career Academy gets the rebound here. Not going to be able to on this opportunity. 4-2 now, 6:21 in the first. This is a DET Sports Media production. My name is Chris Broussard, bringing you all the coverage here at the Crosby Palace for this intercity rivalry matchup between Waterbury Career Academy and the Crosby Bulldogs. Racine for the 3, and it's in. 7-2 now with 6:05 left in the first. That makes 2 for both McCoy and Watson, 3 for Racine. Prince finds Spears underneath, kicks it over to Davis at the 3. Then Spears moves out of the way, all the way at the 3-point line. Then Davis is up to reset. Yvonne Craig back to Prince. Prince finds a spot, completely misses the basket, right into the hands of Watson, and then Spears is able to stick his hand out, steal it, and gets it off the glass for an easy 2 points. Now 7-4, 5:33 left here in the first. That's the one thing Crosby will do. They will attempt to try to be able to stick their hands out and get those steals. And Spears again almost had another steal, and that was going to be right against Racine. Battle on the left. Guarded by Spears, he's going to drive in. Completely misses the basket, rebounded by Kerwin Prince. Then guarded by Racine, he's going to go and drive into the basket with the right hand, and it's off the glass. Now Crosby's cut it to now 1 point with 5:04 left here in the first. 2 team fouls for Career Academy, none for Crosby, although they do have 2 turnovers. Off the hands of Kerwin Prince, it's going to stay Waterbury Career Academy's ball. Racine inbounding. It's going to be battle, guarded quickly though by Spears and Davis. Able to kick it over to Torres. Trying to find somebody. Gives it over to Watson. He's going to drive in. And it's going to be blocked. He's able to somehow get the ball back again. He's blocked for a second time by Yvonne Craig. And then Spears, they have numbers. Gives it over to Davis at the 3. And it's banked in, nothing but net. 9-7 with 4:31 left here in the first, and Crosby has their first lead of the game. Career Academy started at a 4-0 lead, but then Crosby continued on fighting back. It was 7-2 at one point, or 7-0 at one point. And now Crosby's on a 9-0 run. Still early in the first. Battle, Spears, over to Torres. He shoots a 3. Rebounded, that's going to be Spears. Gives it over to Davis, who kicks it over to Days. Loses it for a second. Racine's able to get the ball for Career Academy. Davis tried to set a pick, or actually tried to be able to get the blocking foul, ended up going backwards. Battle has it. He goes in, and he gets it. And we're not up at 9 with 3:47 left here in the first. Davis tried to set up a charging call, wasn't able to get it as he went backwards and didn't fall. Davis at the 3, shoots it from the free throw line. Kerwin Prince is able to get the garbage. Back over to Davis, he shoots a 3 from the left side. Able to get his own rebound though, he's gonna drive in. Rebounded though by Racine. Then throws a long pass over to Torres, able to somehow regain his footing, but they're gonna say he stepped out of bounds. And coming out of the game for Crosby is Kerwin Prince. Coming in is 00, Jaquan Ballard. 3:22 left in the first quarter. We're all now up at 9 here at the Crosby Palace. This is a DET Sports Media production. My name is Christopher Saunders, bringing you this inter-city rivalry matchup. Crosby, actually Career, playing more of a zone-type defense with Yvonne Craig under center by himself. And Ballard tried to give a quick pass over to Craig, but it was stolen by Battle. That's going to be Torres now from another 3. Not able to get it, though. Rebounded by Yvonne Craig, and that's going to be Davis. Davis quickly over to Spears, and then Ballard. Off the mark, rebounded by Marquand Watson. Battle, the point guard, going to take it up. Davis and Ballard. Torres, Cole from the three-point line early in this game, has not made a 3 thus far. 0 for 3 from the 3, 2 from the right, 1 from the left. Battle trying to find somebody, pointing at Jessa Doctor, who's now into the game for Career Academy, subbing in for McCoy. And Battle banks the 3, nothing but nets. 12-9, Career Academy gets the early lead back again. Spears guarded quickly by 3 people, somehow is able to retain it, and now Crosby has numbers. Torres is all by himself and banks it in. 14-9 with 2:12 left here in the first. Spears, long pass over to Ballard. He's going to shoot the 3 off the mark. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Days. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds. Jessa Doctor had it for a second, but then it was whacked out of his hand. Days was able to retain the ball, but his right foot was out of bounds. So the ball is going to go right back to Career Academy with 2 minutes left here in the first. Watson now crosses half court. Battle trying to. Into the game for Crosby is going to be Elijah Carter, number 3. Coming into the game for Ballard. That's going to be Jessa Doctor. And then the tip for the second opportunity is Marquand Watson. Now with his 4 points, now 16-9. Elijah Carter over to Yvonne Craig from the 3 from the right hash. Now able to get it, rebounded by Watson. 2-on-1. Battle going in coast to coast. Not able to get it as it was rebounded by Yvonne Craig. Now Elijah Carter going to take his time, gives it to Davis, the point guard. Yvonne Craig's going to drive in, but he's going to be fouled. That's going to be number 11, Jessa Doctor.
Career foul number 3, Langston Racine.
That's just be on number 3, Langston Racine. Not on number 11, Jessa Doctor. Crosby inbounding. 3 team fouls for Career, none for Crosby. Carter from the 3. Rebound, though, by Prince as he gets the second chance opportunity, as that was a mismatch between the 6'5" Prince and the, I would say about the 5'11", maybe 5'10" Battle. And that might be just by going off his socks and his shoes. 16-11 now. Leads now by 5 for Career. That's going to be a traveling violation by Watson as he took 1 too many steps. 53 seconds left, or 53.5. Crosby trying to cut down this deficit right before the end of the first period. Yvonne Craig on the right, guarded by Racine and Jessa Doctor. Then Davis over to Elijah Carter. 3 passes to Prince. Second chance opportunity by Days, and it's in. And that's been what Career Academy is not being able to stop, the second chance opportunities. The deficit is down to 3 for Crosby. Watson tried to dunk it for the second time, and it was blocked by Kerwin Prince, his second against Watson. Davis trying to call play, puts up the number 1 finger, 23 seconds and counting. Nick Algelli has to be pleased with his Crosby Bulldogs right now. They are playing hard and a lot less sloppy compared to the game against East Hartford. Clock is ticking, 10 seconds. Davis still has it, gives it over to Yvonne Craig for the 3. Seemed like it might have been tipped, but then Days is able to come up with the ball. Lead is now up to only 1 for Career. And then Bell tried to go up, but it seemed like it was slapped out of the hand by Yvonne Craig, number 35. And at the end of 1, it's been an exciting first period. You might want to stick on DET Sports Media. It's 16-15. Career Academy is only up by 1 against Crosby. This has been a DET Sports Media production. My name is Christopher Saunders. You better stick around because this is going to be one heck of a matchup between these two inter-city rivalry teams, Waterbury Career Academy and the Crosby Bulldogs. We'll be right back. back here at the Crosby Palace. 16-15, Crosby is currently down against Career Academy. Career Academy was up 7-0 early in the first. But then Crosby continued on fighting back, and they were up 9-7. Then Career Academy was able to cut the deficit down to a dead even at 9-9. And then was as close to as about 16-9 after a couple made shots. No free throws, though, for Career Academy. And then Crosby was able to fight back to now 16-15 as now we're beginning the second period at 7:35 here at the Crosby Palace. Shot is missed by Days. Second chance opportunity was not able to be made, though, by Crosby. Career Academy has the ball. That's Jessa Doctor. Back over to Torres, or to Battle, pardon me, on the left. He shoots the three, guarded by Elijah Carter. Rebounded by Curran Prince. Elijah Carter was calling for it, not able to get. Battle strips the ball out of Curran Prince's hand. He's going to try to go coast to coast. He was blocked by Spears, but they're going to say that was a blocking foul. And the first free throw opportunity for Career Academy is going to come at 7:28 in the second period.
Number 12, Tyler Spears.
But you have to like the hustle, though, by Spears. You cannot question his heart, and that's the one thing I've noticed with Spears between the East Hartford game and now this Waterbury Career Academy game. He hustles 150%. He gives everything he has. First free throw was missed. First team foul for Crosby, 3 for Career Academy. Second free throw was made. 17-15, 2-point lead for Career Academy. 7:27 left here in the second period here at the Crosby Palace. Spears over to Days, all by himself, guarded by Jessa Doctor. Finds Spears, who's going to drive in it, and he's going to get the foul and for the and one. Spears knew he was going to get fouled hard on that play, but he continued on driving to the basket, took the hit, and he was rewarded now with the and one opportunity. With Elijah Carter and Davis behind just in case. And the three-point play is complete. Crosby now back up with the lead, 18-17. Bynum coming in, Racine coming out for Career Academy. On the floor for Careers, Battle, Jessa Doctor, who calls for it, Torres, Watson, and Bynum. On the floor for Crosby is Davis, Prince, Elijah Carter, Days, and Spears. Bynum with an errant pass to nobody. It seemed like he was trying to pass it over to Jessa Doctor underneath. Unsuccessful. Now Crosby has the opportunity to increase this lead. Errant pass, stolen, that's going to be Torres. He's going to try to go coast to coast. He takes the hard foul and comes right back up as Davis tried to stick his hand in his face. Torres is able to make it now 19-18. Spears to the right. Elijah Carter is going to shoot another three. Hits the inside part of the rim and bounces right back into Battle's hand. 6:35 left here in the second. 19-18. Career Academy has a lead over Crosby. 1-point lead. They're going to say Torres stepped out of bounds. That's going to be the ref that was the farthest away who made the call. Zebras have good eyes tonight. That's the third out-of-bounds call that they've made, and it's only 7 minutes so far have gone by in this game if you combine the first and the second period, or second quarter. Curran Prince to the left. Davis shoots the three. Complete air ball, but Spears tried to get the second chance opportunity. Wasn't able to get it. Rebounded, though, by Crosby. Days has it. Another errant pass. Davis is able to keep it alive, and Spears is going to drive in. Rebounded, though, that's going to be Chad McCoy. Battle now has it. Into the game for Crosby is going to be number 11, Marquell Jackson-Smith. Back into the game also, too, for Career Academy is Chad McCoy. As Watson had a turnover, stiffed a handout. That was going to be Bynum. Prince tries to drive into the basket again, unsuccessful. Torres is going to be able to put up the basket in. Another 2 points for Career Academy, 21-18. You can see the fast-paced offense by Career Academy. If you give them any opportunity, you're going to see Torres and even the likes of Bynum or Battle be able to drive in quickly with that speed. And that's the basketball IQ of this Waterbury Career Academy team. The more they play, the better they get. Three opportunity made by Davis as he slaps the top part of his leg in enjoyment. 21-21. 5:05 left here in the second. Bynum over to McCoy, back to Bynum again. Now to McCoy, goes in easily without anybody even trying to stop him. 23-21. Career Academy does have the likes of McCoy and Jessa Doctor. Complete mismatches for this Crosby team. We saw that against East Hartford as Davis is going to drive in tipped for a second. Career Academy tried to attempt the ball. That's going to be Spears. Quick pass over to Prince. That's going to be another turnover for Crosby. As I stated before, East Hartford had a big man, number 15, Adams. He pushed around this Crosby team, which does have height, but lacks a lot of girth. And Career Academy has two big boys. Number 13, Chad McCoy, number 11, Jessa Doctor. If Career Academy can utilize those two players, it's going to be a long night for Crosby. Bell trying to find somebody open. That's going to be Torres. Quick pass over to Bynum for three. Second chance opportunity missed, though, by Career Academy. Rebounded by Maxwell Smith, who's going to try to go coast to coast. Gives it over to Davis underneath. Then it's going to be blocked by Chad McCoy, but they're going to say it's a foul. And even Marquand Watson didn't like that as he put his hand over his mouth, questioning that. That's going to be the fifth team foul, though, for Career Academy. Only one for Crosby. 4:05 left here in the second period. Crosby down by two, but a chance to possibly tie this game. Marquise Days at the free throw line for two. First free throw is completely missed, as it didn't even touch the net. And that's surprising because Marquise Days has a free throw percentage of 60%. Not many attempts, but he's made them when he's had to. Second free throw is made. That looks a lot more like the Marquise Days that I've seen from the free throw line. Crosby now only down by one. 3:58 now in the second. Bynum to Torres. Three from the right side, and it's nothing but net. 26-22. Career, though, has to watch out, though. 5 team fouls. If they get two more, they're going to be in some deep trouble. Crosby's in a good situation foul-wise, only with one. This is a DET Sports Media production. My name is Christopher Saunders, bringing you this rivalry matchup, inner city, between the Crosby Bulldogs and the Waterbury Career Academy Spartans. And on call, Davis travels the ball for Crosby. Their fourth traveling call, their fifth turnover, actually sixth turnover of this game. Now 3:30 left here in the second. Marquand Watson's been kind of quiet tonight. He's tried to dunk a couple times, but he was blocked both by Spears and Prince. Back in the game for Career Academy is going to be number 11, Jessa Doctor, coming in for Chad McCoy. On the floor for Crosby, Spears, Days, Prince, Smith, and Davis. For Career Academy, Torres, Bynum, Battle, Doctor, and Watson. Smith, guarded quickly, though, by Jessa Doctor. Rebounded quickly, Battle has it, tries to make a long pass over to Torres. And it's in. Simple pass. Davis did not really try to foul Torres. Knew that more than likely he was going to make that, did not want a chance for a possible three-point play. That's Davis again. Back over to Kerwin Prince. Tries to drive in. Guarded, though, blocked by Jessa Doctor. And I'll give it back over to Torres again. Simple 4 points for Torres. And Nick Algelli calling a timeout. Crosby has not been able to try to get one person back on defense to guard Torres. As soon as Career Academy gets the ball, Torres is sprinting over to the basket, and there's nobody near him to be able to try to attempt to block him, let alone disrupt his play a tad bit. Easy 4 points in less than 10 seconds. 30-22 with 2:31 left here in the second period. 5 team fouls for Career Academy, only one for Crosby. I would anticipate Nick Algelli trying to tell this young staff for this Crosby Bulldog team to try to get somebody back there. I don't care who it is. It could be Elijah Carter. It could be Davis. Somebody has to be able to watch Torres, because as soon as Career Academy gets the ball, he can't be open. It's almost like back in the day when Al Davis was alive for the Raiders. He would always tell the wide receivers, he always wanted guys who could just run a straight route and had speed. Torres is fast, and he has the capability of being able to run the route correctly. Somebody on Crosby has to stop him. On the floor for Crosby, Smith, who's going to be inbounding. Davis, Spears, Yvonne Craig, and Prince. On the floor for Career Academy, Watson, Jessa Doctor, Bynum, Battle, and Torres. Smith inbounding, gives it over to Davis. Davis pointing out on where to go. Smith now goes over to the left side. Davis over to Smith again, guarded by Torres. Long errant pass, but Yvonne Craig with his long fingers is able to somehow catch the ball and keep it. Torres is able to strip it right out of Spears' hands. He's going to try to go coast to coast. Spears hit the rim, disrupted the ball, and it came out of bounds. Now Spears has it over to Davis. Watson stole it for a second, then lost the ball. Spears is able to get the ball, then Watson rebounded, then made a long pass over to Battle. Now Career Academy still has the ball. Then Jessa Doctor is going to drive and completely miss the basket, rebounded by Yvonne Craig. And then now Davis, he'll try to set the tempo, trying to quiet it down. Spears for the two. The long arms of Bynum is able to retain it for Waterbury Career Academy with 1:38 left here in the second. It is 30-22 Career Academy over Crosby, 8-point lead. Battle for two. Watson had it for a second, but then was able to get a full possession of the ball, and Crosby's able to get the ball back. Davis pointing out to where Smith should go. Craig for three. And it hits the inside part of the rim, but then goes right into the basket. Now 30-25. Battle now crosses half court. You can hear Rowan O'Leary screaming the offensive call for Waterbury Career Academy. Back over to Torres on the right. Trying to find somebody. That was going to be Watson on the right side. Kerwin Prince slapped out of bounds. It's still going to be Career Academy's ball with 56 seconds left here in the second period. Bynum trying to find somebody. That's going to be Jessa Doctor. Back over to Watson. Watson all by himself, who shoots the three. Off the mark, rebounded by Spears. Now 49 seconds. Crosby's going to try to be able to cut this deficit down, if not tie it right before half. Change the momentum. Smith for three. And it's nothing but net. 30-28, only 2-point lead for Career. Torres tries to answer back, and he answers back to Smith's three. 33-28. If you can do it, I can do it better. 25 seconds and counting. Prince driving in. Right hand off the glass. 33-30. 16 seconds. Now 15. Will Career Academy have the last shot? It seems like they might. What will Career Academy do? Battle has it, guarded by Davis. He wants the last shot. That's going to be a three opportunity. Completely misses the basket at the end of the first half. What an eventful game thus far. 33-30. Career Academy leads over Crosby. Crosby continue on fighting back. They've cut the deficit down multiple times. They were down 33-23, and now fought it all the way back to now 33-30. Let's see, now 8 minutes and 47 seconds of halftime. But when we come back, better stay tuned on DET Sports Media, because this is going to be a fun one, let me tell you. At the end of the first half again, 33-30, Career Academy's up against Crosby. We'll be right back. back here at the Crosby Palace in Waterbury, Connecticut. My name is Christopher Sarnes. This is a DET Sports Media production. This has been one heck of a matchup between Waterbury Career Academy and the Crosby Bulldogs. Been back and forth, left and right, and it's all knotted up right here. 33-30. Currently in the halftime, about 34 seconds left. We do have a score update at Sacred Heart High School. Sacred Heart is up at halftime, 34-24. That comes from my friend Dave Grant, who's broadcasting the game for WATR. Both Dave Grant, Al Vestro, the great Al Vestro, and Bob Sagendorf. I like to call him Mr. Sagendorf. But nonetheless, they're broadcasting the game for Waterbury, or for WATR. And they like to call the Sacred Heart Holy Cross the Holy War. And it's not in a bad way. The Holy War, they don't mean it in the sense where they're actually fighting. It's more so a friendly gesture battle between either basketball, soccer, doesn't matter what the sport is. But it's nice to see now we're getting into the inner city games. We had a couple out of city where you had Waterbury Career Academy go up against Seymour and Torrington. Crosby faced East Hartford. So it's nice to be able to see that and now bringing it now into the city and seeing what the competition level is on who's going to match the best in both the NVL tournament as well as states. Now on the floor, as right before we begin the third period, we have on the floor for Crosby, as now there's currently a pause on the floor. I don't know why. It seems like the refs are looking at something. There might be a wet spot somewhere. It looks like they're pointing exactly where it is. But on the floor for both teams, when they decide to come back on and when the refs say it's okay, for Career Academy, it looks like it's going to be Chad McCoy, Torres, Racine, who's going to come back in after having a long touted time on the bench for Bynum. It seems like he got back in the good graces of Ronan O'Leary, the head coach for Waterbury Career Academy. Battle and Watson, and for Crosby, it's going to be Davis, Spears, Prince, Days, and Craig. And Torres is going to be inbounding the ball for Waterbury Career Academy. And let the third period begin as we're right about the 8 o'clock hour here in Connecticut. This is a DET Sports Media production. My name is Christopher Sarnes, bringing you all the coverage here at the Crosby Palace. And that's going to be Battle, who gives it back over to Racine, who's back into this game. It's going to be a kickball out of bounds. Career Academy is going to keep it. This is the second season for Career Academy in the NVL. Their first season was last year, and let me tell you how far they made it, only one game away from making it to the state final. It was very impressive, I would have to say, and being able to keep all the players back from last year's team, the main players. Chad McCoy's going to be at the free throw line for two as he was fouled as he was trying to attempt a shot with the right hand. First team foul for Crosby. First free throw was good, nothing but net. And Ronan O'Leary said it perfectly. He said to the Republican American, not making the NVL tournament was a huge disappointment. The players know how tough it was to get the wins in city. We need to be able to make that happen and beat good Valley teams. Seymour, Oxford, both of them qualified for states last year. They did both of that prior to playing this game. So Career Academy coming in at a 3-0 record is already off to a great start. Crosby working quickly. That's another turnover. Their fifth of the game. And Battle has it for a career, trying to move quickly. Watson's been cold, only has 4 points in this game. Tried to make a quick pass over to McCoy underneath, but it was a turnover. Prince to Spears, and it's nothing but net. As it was put easily into the basket off the glass. 35-32, now 7 minutes left here in the third. Deficit's only 3 for Crosby. McCoy has it, has to find someone. It was a nonchalant pass, no look almost. Battle for 3. Hit the top part of the rim. Prince rebounding the ball. He's going to try to take it himself with the right hand. Falls, looking for a foul, wasn't able to get it. Yvonne Craig sticks his hand out as Watson tried to make a pass over to Battle. And now Yvonne Craig for 3. As it was completely missed the basket, but Days is able to rebound the ball, make a 360 spin move, puts it in with the right hand, and now Crosby's only down by 1 with 6:25 left here in the third. Battle talking to Watson, trying to figure out how are we going to be able to warm this deficit up, as they're currently only up by 1. They had a nice, comfortable lead, warm enough, but now it's only cut to 1. McCoy has it, lost it, able to retain the ball for a second time, loses it again, comes up with it for a third time, and he's going to be fouled. That's the one thing you cannot question with McCoy. He's going to continue on fighting. If he doesn't get the first chance to score, he'll go for the second, the third, the fourth. Every opportunity, he's going to continue on fighting. And you saw it right there. I've seen him do it many times against Oxford, Seymour, against Torrington. Doesn't matter who it is. First free throw is good. McCoy comes into this game shooting 70% from the free throw line. Watson coming out of this game as the assistant coach for Waterbury Career Academy is talking to him a little bit as he sits on the bench. Coming in is Jessa Doctor. So now both the big men, Jessa Doctor and Chad McCoy, are on the court for Waterbury Career Academy. Now 5:58 left here in the third. This is a DET Sports Media production. You can catch us on Channel 16 or on YouTube as well, being able to watch these games as many times as you want. Yvonne Craig is going to shoot it from the 3, and he banks it in for the first 3 here in the third period, and we're all knotted up here at 37-37. Racine on the left. Jessa Doctor calling for it, ends up going past the free throw line. Chad McCoy gives over to Torres from the 3-point line on the right. Racine has that on the left side. He's going to drive in, gives over to McCoy. Back over to Torres, who shoots it from the free throw line. Hits it off the inside part of the basket, now 39-37. Davis crosses the half court. Back over to Spears, now to Smith. Now Davis for 3. Just goes in and out, but the second chance opportunity by Days is going to be banked in, is now 39-39. The second chance opportunities have hurt Career Academy and have helped Crosby, as now they're not up at 39-39. McCoy, Davis, that's a mismatch. Battle, pauses for a second, finds McCoy underneath. Then we're seeing quick passes over. As soon as they touch the ball, it's a quick pass. Have to like the ball movement, though, by Career Academy. Gives it back over to Jessa Doctor, who's going to shoot it. Hit the top part of the rim, rebounded by Yvonne Craig. And now Smith is going to take the ball up past half court. Torres pointing out to Spears on where he is. Yvonne Craig for another 3, and it's in, and he's hot from the 3. His second 3 of the game. 42-39 with 4:13 left here in the third. Crosby will shoot a lot of 3s. You've seen that tonight. They've shot more 3s than Career Academy has in this game. And that's been the difference thus far to be able to keep them alive. As Battle is able to break it off the inside part of the basket, off the glass actually. Now 42-41, Crosby has a 1-point lead. Smith for another 3. Deflected, hit right into the hands of Davis, who's going to shoot a second 3. Off the mark, rebounded by Racine. Torres going to try to go coast to coast. Deflected off by Davis, but then Battle's able to somehow keep the ball alive for Career Academy. For Crosby, you live by the 3, you die by the 3. They're living by the 3 tonight. Jessa Doctor, back over to Torres, now Battle. Battle, Spears. Good defense by Spears, sticking his hands out, making sure he doesn't have any of the passing lanes. Crosby playing more of a zone-type defense. Racine for the 3, and it's nothing but net. That was a wet 3, 44-42, now 3:06 left here in the third. Yvonne Craig's gonna shoot another, and guess what happened? It went right into the basket. 3 for 3 from the 3 in the third period, 45-44. And Waterbury Career Academy does not have an answer for Yvonne Craig. Racine, Smith, now back over to Battle. Now Torres back over to Battle again, guarded by Smith. Back over to Jessa Doctor, now McCoy underneath, he's gonna go into the basket. He goes in hard and he's rewarded with the 2 points. 46-45. And Ron O'Leary's gonna call a timeout. As it looks like potentially Watson might be coming back into this game. And Ron O'Leary's gonna call a full timeout with 2:28 left here in the third period. 2 team fouls for Crosby, none for Career Academy. In the first half, it was the other way around, where Career Academy had 16 fouls by the time Crosby even had 2 team fouls. And you can hear the Career Academy cheerleaders trying to cheer on this Spartans team, trying to improve to a 4-0 record. Career Academy came into this game defeating Oxford 44. Actually, pardon me, that's a mismatch. They don't have that record correct. That was on the Max Preps website. They were able to beat them by a lot more than that. Torrington they defeated 79-63. They defeated Seymour at Seymour 86-68. Every game has been a blowout for the most part, except for Torrington. They were in the game, although Career Academy was able to pull away with about 5 minutes left in the fourth. This game, though, 46-45, has been a nail-biter. It's been close this whole game. On the floor for Crosby, Spears, Smith, Carter, actually, no, Davis, pardon me, not Carter. Davis, Days, and Craig. On the floor for Career Academy, Torres, Battle, Racine, Watson, who's back into the game, comes in for McCoy, and Jessa Doctor. Watson trying to cause a turnover by Yvonne Craig, able to find someone underneath. That's Days, and passes the ball over to Spears underneath, who's rewarded with 2 points. Now 47-46. Crosby's up by 1. Jessa Doctor, good defense by Spears and Days. Battle now at the top. Spears has been playing excellent defense. Finds over to Racine, who's unguarded. Nobody was near him or even wanted to attempt to block him. And it was the easiest 2 points he's probably made this whole season. 48-47 with 1:44 left here in the third period. Spears to Days. Tries to put a jumper about 3 feet. Doesn't even touch the rim. Was able to keep it alive, and Spears try to make his 360 move with the right hand, not able to get it. Battle has it. And he's able to go coast to coast as Davis tried to set for the blocking foul. Wasn't able to get the call, as it seemed like Battle was able to avoid the Davis block and go in for the 2 points. Now 50-47. And Battle was able to hit the hands out of Spears. Actually, Spears was able to go into the basket, but Battle was able to hit the ball out of his hands. It's still going to be Crosby's ball. Prince is going to be inbounding the ball with 1:13 left here in the third. That was an errant pass, but the ref was in the way. He kept it alive from going out of bounds. And Torres is going to be fouled for the possible 3-point play. And that's going to be on number 1, Davis, team's third. Now what happened there was Prince was trying to throw it over to, it looked like it was Smith, but it hit one of the refs. And as the ball was going out of bounds, it hit him in the leg, kept it alive. That allowed Career Academy and Racine to be able to get to the ball, make a pass over to Torres. 2-on-1, but Torres had enough speed to be able to go underneath the basket. Davis fouled him. The basket went in, and now there's possible chance for a 3-point play. And the 3-point play is completed. 53-47 with 1:09 left here in the third. You can see the press defense by Career Academy trying to force a turnover or a backcourt violation, able to get it. Spears over to Craig. Craig's able to keep it alive, but Racine showing that short area quickness almost had it. It's going to stay Crosby's ball. You can see the instincts, though, by Torres and by Spears so far on both sides. Spears really being able to play excellent defense, being able to find where the ball is, and Torres, who's somehow able to find a way to get open, no matter where he is. Rebounded by Marquand Watson. He's been cold this whole game. Torres has it, and he's been picking on Davis all night. He's able to get over the head of Davis and score the 2 points. Now 39 seconds and counting, 55-47. Career Academy starting to pull away. And that's going to be a foul on number 11, Jessa Doctor. At the free throw line is going to be Tyler Spears with 32 seconds left here in the third period. Career Academy's first team foul of the third period. This is a DET Sports Media production. My name is Christopher Saunders, bringing you all the play-by-play coverage here at the Crosby Palace. First free throw was missed for this inter-city rivalry matchup between the Crosby Bulldogs and the Waterbury Career Academy Spartans. Career Academy coming in at 3-0, Crosby at 1-2. Second free throw was made. Now a 7-point lead Career Academy has over Crosby with now 31 seconds and counting. Battle and Watson. Watson crosses half court. Gives it over to Racine. Trying to find someone, another errant pass. Smith is able to strip the ball. He's going to try to go coast to coast, and it was blocked by Watson, but they're going to say that's going to count. It looks like it was a basket interference by Watson. As soon as the ball is attempting to go into the rim, you can't touch it. That's what Watson did, and that cost them 2 points. Now only a 5-point lead Career Academy has over Crosby. Clock is ticking, 6 seconds, another strip pass, but Prince kind of falls over his feet. There's gonna be a fight for the ball. Who's gonna have it? It's gonna be Prince. He's gonna go in. The clock is gonna expire. And Prince was looking for a foul. He's talking to the ref, especially Nick Algelli at the same time is trying to ask what happened there. Why didn't Prince get the foul call? But nonetheless, the Zebras have the final say. And at the end of 3, it is 55-50. If you're just tuning in, you missed the first 3 periods, but thankfully you're catching the 4th. But this has been one heck of a matchup between Crosby and Career Academy. This has been a DET Sports Media production. You might want to stay tuned, because this 4th period is going to be joyful, to say the least. We'll be right back.
Presenting Crosby to start the 4th period.
Back here at the Crosby Palace, we're about to begin the 4th period. Crosby, who did not win the tip-off in the beginning of the game, is now going to have the ball here in the 4th. That's going to be Spears inbounding on the floor for Crosby. Spears, Davis, Smith, Craig, Prince on the floor for Career Academy. Battle, that's going to be McCoy, Racine, Torres, and Watson. That's going to be Spears for the 3, hit the inside part of the, or outside part of the rim. Spears tried to do a windmill effect for the 2 points, and it goes in 55-52. What a move by Tyler Spears, who's been so far the MVP, along with Yvonne Craig for Crosby, keeping them in this game. And that's going to be a traveling violation by Battle. And that's going to be a costly turnover. That could have been another 2 points for a Career Academy. And now Crosby has a chance to either tie this game or cut the deficit down to 1. As you can see, the press by Career Academy trying to force a turnover. Torres on Davis. Smith has it all by himself. Gives over to Yvonne Craig from the right. And it's nothing but net. And Crosby has knotted up for the 3rd time in this game, 55-55. This is what you get with inter-city rivalry matchups. You're going to see the pace of the offense being quicker, and you're going to see a lot more attempts and shots on both sides. Racine went up hard. Smith fighting for the ball. He won the battle between McCoy and Smith. Now Spears is going to go in, but it's blocked by Marquand Watson. He's been quiet in this game, but his defense hasn't. Bell makes a pass over to Racine. And it looks like Watson had his head turned the other way as the ball was coming towards him. Hit the right part of his knee, went out of bounds. Crosby's going to get the ball back. Tyler Spears inbounding to Smith. Davis guarded by Torres. Back over to Smith. Going to be to Spears on the left. Now Davis, quick pace by Career Academy. Mark Watson just sticking his hands up, and Prince actually was able to get around him with the left hand. Haven't seen him do a lot of that. And now Crosby has the first lead of the game, 57-55. You can see Career Academy on the defensive side was trying to play more of a pressure, go 2-on-1. Hasn't worked thus far. Watson with 2 points, his first 2 points since the first period. And we're now at 57-57. It's nice to see Watson, even though he has not been the enforcer on the offensive side, his defense has not suffered at all. Craig for 3 again. Unable to get it this time, though. Rebounded by Racine. Watson has it now. It's going to be 2-on-4. Tried to go in, wanted a foul call, wasn't able to get it. Rebounded by Crosby. And Davis kind of going back to reset. Spears for 3. Watson able to stick his hand out, goes right into Smith for Crosby. Davis for another 3 opportunity. Go right into the hands of Prince. He's going to be fouled. But the second, the third, and the 4 chance opportunities by Crosby is the reason why they've been able to stay in this game and they had a lead. at one point, or actually 3 times in this game. Prince is going to be at the free throw line shooting 2. Career Academy's second team foul. First free throw is good. If Career Academy wants to win this game, they can't allow Prince and Craig to be able to get those second chance opportunities, and even Spears as well. Watson, second free throw is made. Watson inbounding, gives over to Battle. And Prince tried to steal that ball quickly from Watson, but Watson was able to make a nice move. Now Torres for 3. Actually bounced right into the hands of Battle. Be a graceful bounce nonetheless. Career Academy still able to retain it, but Torres is going to go with the left. Spins snow cones and goes into the basket. We're not up at 59-59. And you can see Career Academy for a second try to play press, and then they dropped back more into zone coverage. Torres Smith slapped the ball at the second, but Smith able to retain it. Tyler Spears kicks it over to Smith at the top of the 3, and that's going to be a traveling call. 3 was missed nonetheless, but doesn't matter. Traveling violation by Smith, number 11. And Career Academy is going to be able to have a chance to put themselves back up in the lead with 4:53 left here in the 4th period. Watson inbounding the ball. Career Academy looking for a 4-0 record if they can win tonight. Crosby trying to get themselves back up at 500 at a 2-2 record. Chad McCoy back over to Watson. Quick pass over to Torres, who's going to dribble past Smith. Then Watson tried to dunk it, but missed it. His 4th missed dunk of the game. And Rowan O'Leary's going to call a timeout. That's a smart timeout by Rowan O'Leary. He can see that this Waterbury Career Academy team's having a hard time being consistent. So being able to calm down the team a tad bit and understand that, hey, we're still in this game. Even with Watson struggling and the likes of Torres, all the big fellas, Jessa Doctor and McCoy, they're not playing their best. Career Academy has played un-Spartan-like in this game compared to what they have against Seymour and Torrington and others. But they're still in this game. And you can see the same thing for Crosby as well. The less turnovers that they've had in this game, and you can see what's happened. Crosby had a chance to be able to win the game against East Hartford, but because of the turnovers and the second and third chance opportunities being missed by Crosby, they eventually lost the game to the likes of 76-71. But now against Career, they're making those second chance opportunities, and it's all not up at 59. Battle almost went back for a half or backcourt violation, able to stay off that other side of the court. Now 4:26 up here in the 4th. Racine, right hand off the glass, rims in and out, rebounded by Jessa Doctor. Actually, no, it's going to be McCoy, and he slapped it out of bounds, but they're going to say it's off Yvonne Craig, retained by Career Academy. And it looks like Battle was trying to make it for McCoy to be able to dunk it, and Spears is going to go coast to coast. Watson tried to disturb the timing of Spears, but it didn't happen. 61-59. Career Academy is down by 2. Battle going up to the top. He shoots the 3, and it's nothing but net, and the 3-point is made, and Crosby is now down by 1. Smith lost it for a sec. He tried to dribble too fast for even his own feet. Somehow was able to retain it, gives it to Craig, and he answers back with another 3. Yvonne Craig said, if you can do it, I can do it. 64-62. And now the fast-paced offense of Career Academy. Jessa Doctor misses the second chance opportunity. Racine trying to be able to retain the ball somehow. That's going to be Torres, who's able to pass it over to Watson. Now he has 8 points. And now 64-64. You can see the fast-paced offense on both sides of the ball. If you even lose the chance of the opportunity of looking where the ball is for a second, you're going to miss where it is. And you can hear on both sides, Crosby and Career saying defense, defense. Another 3 opportunity by Yvonne Craig is missed, rebounded by Jaden Battle. And now entering now the 3-minute mark here at the Crosby Palace. Racine for 3. Rebounded though by McCoy. Slapped out, that looked like to be Yvonne Craig. But Watson was able to put the ball up, but he's going to be fouled on the play. 2 free throws for Marquand Watson. Foul was on number 1, Justin Davis. 14 foul for Crosby. 4 team fouls for Crosby, 2 for Career Academy. First free throw was made by Watson. Haven't been able to get a scoring update for Sacred Heart versus Holy Cross. But right when we entered halftime, or right before halftime, Sacred Heart was in the halftime. They were up 34-24. That is the Holy War. Second free throw was made. Career Academy's up 66-64. Holy War is between Sacred Heart and Holy Cross. Those games are always classic. No matter if it's basketball, football, baseball, it doesn't matter. Crosby, Davis for 3. Watson tried to be able to get the ball. Prince came up with it. He was looking for a foul. Wasn't able to get it. As Racine tried to be able to make a quick pass over to Jaden Battle, but the ball was kicked by Yvonne Craig. It's going to stay Career Academy's ball with now 2:32 left here in the fourth. Racine inbounding. Back over to Torres. Now to Racine again. Trying to find someone open. You can see Crosby now playing press, trying to force turnovers by Career Academy, which have come in a lot so far in this game compared to their last 3 combined. And they're going to say as Battle rebounded the ball, he stepped out of bounds. Battle tapping on his chest with his left and his right hand. My bad, after he slapped the hand of number 11, Jessa Doctor. Prince is coming out for Crosby. Days is coming back in. Smith inbounding. On the floor for Crosby, Smith, Davis, Spears, Days, and Craig. On the floor for Career Academy, Battle, Racine, Torres, Watson, and Jessa Doctor. Jessa Doctor coming in for Chad McCoy. You can see the quick passes by Crosby, trying to find somebody open. Zone defense by Waterbury Career Academy. Battle trying to strip the ball away from Smith. Somehow he's able to retain the ball. Days all the way underneath, guarded by Watson. He has nowhere to go. And stripped right out of the hands. That's going to be Watson. Career Academy has numbers. And Watson misses the ball uncharacteristically. I don't know how he missed that. Watson is not playing the type of game that we're all accustomed to see. But no damage, though, as Career Academy somehow is able to get the ball back without Crosby making another 3. And Torres makes it as he's falling on the ground. 69-64. 1:26 left here in the fourth period. Crosby's got to answer back quickly. I would anticipate another 3. They've been shooting 3s left and right this whole game. Marco Watson missed the opportunity as there was an untimely jump. Days being able to time him correctly, waited for him to be able to jump, goes past him on the left side, makes the easy 2 points. Now 69-66 with 1:14 left here in the fourth period here at the Crosby Palace. My name is Christopher Saunders. This is a DET Sports Media production. And this has been exactly what everyone predicted. Inter-city rivalry matchup. Last year, this team played triple overtime, 125-123. Crosby won by 2, as you can tell, 125-123. But Crosby had 2 players that were unstoppable, Miguel Rivera and Jeremiah Kendall, who combined for over 70 points, 15-plus rebounds, and 9 assists. Actually, 10 assists, pardon me. This year, it's a little bit different. Justin Davis, number 1, is taking over for Rivera, and Marquise Days is taking the position of Jeremiah Kendall. Same starting group as before for both sides, Crosby and Career Academy. Jaden Battle somehow able to get away from Yvonne Craig. Crosby playing press, Career Academy able to get away from it. That's Jessa Doctor. Racine, now to Battle again. Quick pass over to Torres. He's going to go in back over to Jessa Doctor. Dribbles once, goes up blocked by Kerwin Prince. And that's going to be Smith who gets the ball. 56 seconds. Davis. Crosby's got to find something. Clock is ticking the more they hold on to the ball. Now 49 seconds. Craig, Spears. Now to Smith again, who's going to shoot a 3. Completely off the mark. Jessa Doctor has it. Torres is all by himself. He goes up. And he's going to get it for the possible and 1 play. And Torres went up, and it seemed like as he was going up for the basket, Spears hit the basket itself, causing it to shake, and the ball rimmed in and out. Watson was able to get to the ball. He goes up now for the possible and 1 play as he went in hard. Watson has not had a great game on the offensive side, but it has not affected him on the defensive side. very inauspicious play tonight of Watson, but he's been able to stay to par, at least defensively. Second or third chance opportunity at the free throw was missed. 71-66 now, 31 seconds here in the fourth. Spears for three. Seems like the ball was tipped, but Spears continues on fighting. Now able to get it again. Third chance opportunity. He goes up, and now he gets it for the possible and one. Man, let me tell you, this has been exciting here at the Crosby Palace. 71-68, 20.6 seconds left in the fourth. This game is far from over. We saw a possible and one play on Watson on the other side. Let's see what Spears can do. And he makes it nothing but net. And Nick Algelli's going to call a timeout for Crosby. Crosby's now down by 2 with 20.6 seconds left. Five-team fouls for Crosby, 3 for Waterbury Career Academy. Career Academy has 4 timeouts left. Crosby, this is their first one of the half, so they have the remainder -1. On the floor for Crosby with 20.6 seconds left. Davis, Smith, Days, Spears, and Craig. And on the floor for Career Academy, Watson, Chad McCoy, Battle, Torres, and Racine. Racine going to be inbounding the ball. And you can hear the cheering of Waterbury Career Academy. Long pass. Torres is somehow able to get it, and Smith is going to foul him intentionally to put him at the free throw line so Torres doesn't burn the clock. In high school, there isn't any shot clocks. So you could hold the ball as long as you want, as long as you're continuing the passing and moving. I've always thought that's something maybe that should be implemented into high school basketball. Maybe a 25, 35-second clock just to maybe see the ball move a little quicker instead of it being on one side of the court for a long time. But that's a discussion for for another day. Nonetheless, we got an exciting game here. 71-69 Career Academy has. There's going to be another intentional foul. Crosby foul. 17 fouls. That's going to put Battle at the free throw line. The reason why Smith, when he fouled Torres, and Torres was not at the foul line, is because they weren't at the 7-point mark, or 17 fouls. Once you get to that, then you shoot free throws for 1-and-1s. And the first free throw was made. If you make the first free throw in a 1-and-1, you're able to shoot it again for a second chance. You're rewarded for making the first basket. Once you get to 17 fouls, that's when you get to the 1-and-1s. Second free throw was made. 73-69. 16.2 seconds left. Smith over to Craig. Trying to find someone. Over to Smith again. He's got to shoot the long three. Complete air ball. And with 5.9 seconds left, it is 73-69. And it's looking all but doubtful for Crosby, as Career Academy could potentially move to 4-0. Watson has it. Day's trying to find it. Kicked away for a second. Spears has it. He's going to put up a 3 for a prayer. Not able to get it. And the ball game is over. And Career Academy wins at 73-69. They move to 4-0. Crosby moves to a 1-3 record. Career Academy's next matchup is going to be on Friday against Sacred Heart at Waterbury Career Academy. Crosby's next matchup is going to be at Wilby here at the Crosby Gymnasium on Friday, January 5th. This game definitely lived up to the hype of an inter-city rivalry matchup. It will be back. Let me tell you, these teams will meet again in the NVL tournament. This will not be the last time either of these teams meet up. One team had to win, one team had to lose. But at the end of the day, hard-fought battle on both sides. So once again, Waterbury Career Academy wins the game over Crosby. They move to a 4-0 record. Crosby moves to a 2-2. I'd like to thank everybody who listened tonight, either on Channel 16, or you can catch us on YouTube as well. This was a DET Sports Media production. My name is Christopher Saunders. Have a safe and a happy night. We'll see you back again on Friday here on DET Sports Media. Wish everyone a happy 2018. Once again, final score, Career Academy wins over Crosby. We'll see you back again on Friday here on DET Sports Media. Have a great one, everybody. And so long here from the Crosby Palace.